The show Friends is not funny.
This is not a hot take or unpopular opinion. In fact, I think this is one of those takes that is popular. It's popular to call Friends basic and say it's unfunny, just like it was popular for so long to hate on Nickelback because they're such a basic band. What's up, everybody? It is Random Wednesday today, and much like last week, I just kind of want to talk about some random topics. And I thought this week it would be fun to look at unpopular opinions online and just give my opinions on A, if I think the opinions are actually unpopular, but B, my opinions on those subjects as well. And like last week, I want you all to give your opinions in the comments on all of today's various subjects. Now, I went into enemy territory for some of these, and enemy territory being TikTok for me, because I think the brain rot on TikTok is too much for me. But nonetheless, I voyeured into TikTok for some of today's subjects. Here is the first unpopular opinion.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but being drunk is not an excuse for your actions and an excuse for doing fucked up things. Just because you were drinking, your actions don't automatically PEMDAS out. We're not canceling everything you did out just because you were
I mean, first of all, I don't think this should be unpopular, but I feel like it's probably unpopular when you're younger. I feel like the older you get, I do not find this opinion unpopular. I don't think drinking is a good excuse for poor behavior whatsoever. I was just watching Oahu Shores a couple months ago, or like a month ago, and the character that got on my nerves the most was the character that was fine any other time, but when she would drink, she would cause these huge scenes and a lot of drama, and then the drinking is the excuse. So yeah, I feel like when you're younger, it's easy to use that drinking excuse, but if you get drunk and you're causing problems for a friend or for a boyfriend or girlfriend, you're really screwing up. And I don't think the drinking is a good excuse. And it's even worse if you're an angry drunk. If you drink and you get angry, stop drinking, please. Nobody wants to deal with an angry drunk. Those are the worst kinds of drunks. So I don't know if this is unpopular. It shouldn't be, but it might be for younger people. Here is the next unpopular opinion.
Okay, I am so tired of people saying that energy drinks are bad for you, vaping's bad for you, this, that. Guys, there's people living up to the age of 85 and they smoke every single day of their life. It's been proven that the healthiness determines whether you're going outside, whether you have friends, whether you're not inside doom scrolling all day. That is what determines health, okay?
This is probably an unpopular opinion. I don't necessarily agree with his bro science at the end necessarily that you got to go outside and that's going to make you healthier. I mean, I do think we all need to get out of the house more, and we do need friends, and we do have to be more active in general. But I love me a good energy drink sometimes. I think it's just in excess. If you're doing some of these things in excess, then it's bad for you. Too much energy drinks that actually have sugar it's gonna be too much sugar for you. And too much sugar can lead to some complications later in life. So I get what he's saying here. I will say I was talking to my uncle the other day, and he's getting up there in age, but he has a friend who's even more up there in age, and he was telling me how that guy he's 99 years old. His friend is 99 years old, and he eats bacon most days a week, and he always has. And so if he could eat pork all the time and still get to 99 years old, maybe sometimes we do just have to live life and we can't just listen to every study, but everybody's body is different too. So I don't know. I like this guy's sentiment though. I do think we all need to get outside more often if we're not outside a lot. And we need to enjoy some loves in life that might be deemed bad for you. Here's the next unpopular opinion that I probably won't agree with.
I know this is gonna offend some people, but I just need to get it off of my chest. The show Friends is not funny at all. And before you say, oh no, you need to watch from the beginning, or oh no, give it a chance. I've given it chances. I've given it too many chances.
I don't think this is necessarily This is not a hot take or an unpopular opinion. In fact, I think this is one of those takes that is popular. It's popular to call Friends basic and say it's unfunny, just like it was popular for so long to hate on Nickelback because they're such a basic band who are popular. But Nickelback has hits. And do I think Nickelback is the best band ever? No, not at all. But it doesn't take away from their hits. And do I think Friends is the funniest show ever or the best comedy ever? No. But I still think it's a good enough show. I will say, like, the early and late seasons of Friends aren't that good. But the middle seasons have some good quality comedy at times. So, yeah. A, I don't think this is an unpopular opinion. And B, I don't necessarily agree. I think it is just fun to hate on Friends or easy to hate on Friends. Now, if she would have said Seinfeld is unfunny, that would have been an unpopular opinion, but an unpopular opinion I would agree with. Never have found Seinfeld funny personally. Next, I want to kind of just go on some of these other websites like Reddit and read some of their unpopular opinions. I do have a couple more videos, but I guess we'll do them last. This first one is the unpopular opinion that if turkey was so delicious, like some people swear by, then they'd cook it more than just once or twice per year. This is funny. This was the most popular opinion on unpopular opinions on Reddit, which innately makes me think that it's not, in fact, an unpopular opinion. But I get what they're saying. We all, or at least a lot of us, like turkey on Thanksgiving, but we don't go and eat it all the time. Now, it's funny to me because I just had this conversation with my girl on a date the other night. I don't know how we got on the subject of turkey, but we did. And she was saying this exact sentiment. And I don't disagree with the sentiment. I don't think turkey is bad necessarily, but would I eat it all year round? Do I eat it all year round? No. Now, in like a sandwich, I guess I do prefer turkey over ham. So there's that. But it's still different turkey. I think turkey is loved by so many because it is kind of just a once a year thing. It's like it's something to look forward to on some of our Thanksgivings that we're going to have turkey. It's the designated turkey day. And I think that's what makes it special. And maybe that's what makes it popular. But yeah, it's not delicious enough to cook and eat multiple times a year. It's low on the meat scale for me too, personally. This unpopular opinion says, most TV shows aren't good. We just need to see how it ends. And they're using Stranger Things in it as an example here. This is probably an unpopular opinion, I guess, but I agree. Most TV shows are not good. They're not good quality shows, and I don't stick around and watch most TV shows. But then I also like my trashy TV shows, like some of these reality television. I don't agree with the sentiment that we just want to see how it ends, because I personally love soap operas, and most of those never end. They just go on and on and on. But I like a never-ending story because you get to learn these characters over time. You get to love these characters over time. And to me, those are some of the things, at least with written television, that makes a good TV show. They make you care about the characters, or they have some really engaging or entertaining plots that you want to see play out. But most TV shows are hard to get into or hard to stay into. So I think the opinion is right. That's why so many shows get canceled so soon, although some of them are canceled too soon, especially these days. But most TV shows are hard for me to get into. But I'm also a huge critic, as anyone who watches this channel probably knows by now. Next unpopular opinion says, cold water sucks, room temperature water is the best. This is a very unpopular opinion, and I totally disagree. Cold water is the best. I love cold water. It's so refreshing. Like in the winter and colder months, I could kind of more so see the case for room temperature, but I love cold water. Give me cold water any day over room temperature water. But like, especially in the summer, in warm months and hot months when it's just so hot outside, nothing beats cold water. Not even a cold beer could beat cold water on a hot summer day when you're just sweaty and going through it. Your body wants the water, and it's the cold water is so refreshing. So that's a very unpopular opinion, and I don't like that opinion at all. Let's see. This next unpopular opinion says Prince's songs did not age well, and I feel like he isn't as legendary as he is considered. That's a hot take. That's probably definitely an unpopular opinion. They go on to use examples of Michael Jackson, the Beatles, Marvin Gaye being prolific and still legendary, but saying that Prince's songs did not hold up. Now, me personally, I've never been like a huge Prince fan, but I can't deny he has some good songs. I guess it maybe depends on your taste in music. Like, me personally, I don't listen to Prince that often, so it's not like I could sit here and hard argue against this opinion. But, you know, I kind of feel similar to the Beatles. I don't sit around and listen to the Beatles and they're like revered as one of the best ever. And I don't know if they're my favorite songs. So I think it just all depends on a person's taste. But I'm sure big, huge Prince fans would completely disagree with that opinion. A couple more of these before I watch our last couple videos I got from TikTok. This unpopular opinion is cover letters are stupid. It's not the 90s anymore. I mean, I don't think this should be an unpopular opinion if it is. I agree that cover letters are stupid. Like, most jobs should know that there is an intent that you're just applying for the job and here's a resume or here's a form you got to fill out. So yeah, I agree that a required cover letter is pretty stupid. Next one, sleep deprivation is a serious problem in our society that is always overlooked. 100%. 100% agree with this. I don't think we as a society see this as big of a problem as it is. There's so much hustling out there. People work these long hours. People have to get up early. And we definitely live in a society where there is so little time to do what we want to do because we got to work. And then outside of that, sometimes you want to do all your projects. I mean, I try and do so many projects here on the channel lately that it leaves little time for other things. And sometimes to get something accomplished, you gotta get less sleep. But it's not good for your health. And I don't think sometimes if it gets really bad, it's not good for your mental health. So I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but it's a very good, highly accurate opinion. I do wish we as a society can take sleep deprivation more serious. Let me find one more from one of these websites. Probably Reddit would be easiest. Not taking a lunch break isn't a flex. It's poor time management. Do people that not take lunch breaks flex about that? Maybe they do. I could never. I need to eat. It's just in me. I'm a Taurus Mars. Eating is a very big deal to me. So I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. It's stupid if it is a popular opinion that you shouldn't take a lunch break because you're just working so hard. So I agree that if you're skipping lunch breaks because you want to work so hard or make it seem like you're working so hard, that is stupid. If you're skipping lunch breaks because you want to get out of work earlier, if you're able to do that, I mean, I kind of can't blame people for doing that, but it's also not a flex. And maybe they are right that it is poor time management if you can't get yourself together or have enough time to eat some lunch. Let's get to these last two TikTok unpopular opinions.
I need y'all to stop making it weird that I would like a man to like me. I don't go out and get dressed for the girls. I got dressed because I like this man. I want that man to like me. And no, it's not male centered. Male centering comes from, oh, every day I get dressed. Every time I do anything, I'm thinking, oh, what a man gonna like. That's male centering.
I
But what
think
I'm
she's
not about to
making
do is
great
pretend
points.
that when I got dressed in my body form dress, that I was waiting for some woman. Now, do I love it? Oh, I love it. I did not get dressed for the girls. Unpopular opinion, though. Don't hate me.
I do think that is probably an unpopular opinion, but what she's saying is that when she's interested in someone and she wants that person to be interested in her, of course she wants to look her best to try and make that happen, which I think is logical. But I do think there is a big opinion online that women should just look good for other women, or you shouldn't go out and try and look good for men. What she's saying is don't do that every day, because then you maybe are too male-centered if you do that. I know some girls that will get dressed just to go stunt on some other girls or to look nice in front of other girls, but it's more in a business way for work. If you're going out and if you're single, especially if you're single, then like I think that's what you do. Like when I was younger, I would really try and make my beard look so good. And this was back in the day when I would grow it longer. I hate it now. And even looking back on those pictures, it didn't look good. But back then I thought it looked so good. And it would be neat. I would keep good care of it, but it would be longer at the bottom. And I just thought I would look so good. And I had this crush on this girl, and I thought I had to look my best if I was going to work with her all the time, right? It didn't work, probably because she thought the beard looked terrible, like I think it looks now looking back on it. But I think we all do this. Men and women, when we're single, we want to look our best when we are into someone and we're going to be around that person. I think it's logical. I get what she's saying with this 100%. Last one. This TikTok is basically just saying the unpopular opinion, or the unpopular marriage opinion, is we sleep in separate rooms. I couldn't personally do this. I get it, and I feel like for some couples this probably works very well. For me, not so much. For me, it's just like I think there's something very intimate about going to bed together, sleeping in the same bed together. And I feel like if you take that away, how do you make up for the intimacy? I feel like that could cause relationship problems to sleep in separate bedrooms. Now, if you're someone that has a smaller bed, then yeah, it's gonna be harder to sleep with another person in general. Or if you're just someone that I guess maybe snores a lot, maybe the person doesn't want to sleep next to you. I don't know. I would love to hear opinions on this, though. If you think separate bedrooms can work for you, if you've tried separate bedrooms before, how did that work out? Why was it better than sleeping in the same room? But also, did it help your relationship? Did it hurt your relationship? I really do want to know. I've never tried it, so I don't want to knock it. But I also don't want to try it because I do feel like it hurts the intimacy of a relationship if you are living together. That's all for this Random Wednesday. Hope you all had a little fun. I had fun talking about these supposed unpopular opinions. In fact, I would like the viewers to maybe leave your own unpopular opinions in the comments. I want to hear your unpopular opinions. Then maybe next week for Random Wednesday, we can go over some of the subscribers on the channel's unpopular opinions. We'll see if I agree or disagree with you. So yeah, if you leave your unpopular opinion, we'll talk about it next Wednesday. Thank you all for watching.